It's heavy, huh?
It's heavy.
It's a lot of them. I feel like Rambo.
There is no more left here.
It's a storm coming, and I think we're gonna have to go back and drink and eat.
Basta.
Beautiful. They are absolutely gorgeous.
Eric!
Good to see you. I brought the spinach.
Oh, ravioli.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
I love the color. It's beautiful, huh?
And you open.
Fantastic, the smell. It's like fresh olive oil.
fresh.
I have never smelled fresh olive oil
It's
before.
completely different.
I tell you, this one has a very long finish. I'm thankful to what life brings to me. It's always about enjoying, celebrating, respecting the world where we are today. Today's show is all about olive oil. How do you know what's best? Just like wine, by testing it. And sometimes we're surprised by the results. It was a great adventure and inspiration to visit a 14th century olive farm and vineyard in Tuscany and actually get to harvest olives. Press them and then blend by smell and taste. I've never done this before and will always carry that memory. Then we'll go back to my home kitchen to make a delicious chicken paella. When you buy olive oil, you have to know that every olive oil is very different. What we did at the restaurant, we did this blind testing because we don't want to have preconceived ideas about the products that we are going to use. Without knowing the name, we tried and really had a fair judgment about what the product was. And then we chose the olive oil that we liked the most.
These three I like a lot.
Yeah, me too.
These three.
This one, that one, and that one.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite. You see, it's not that easy. I mean, as you can see, we have about 30 spoons already that we used. And we're still testing and dipping into the olive oil and trying to find what we like about the oil or not. Yeah. So let's try with some fish.
So these are our top three right here? You're thinking, right? Which one do you think is elevating the fish?
To me, I will say, no doubt, this one is the one I like the most.
Yeah, I'm liking this one the best.
So which one is number 3, guys? The one
number 3? Number 7, number 3. That one, you know? It's fantastic olive oil.
I'm surprised. When we did that testing, we find another olive oil that was very similar, and actually the Challenger oil was really the one we actually liked the most. And it's an olive oil that we used to have at Le Bernardin. It's not like every year they are consistent and with the same flavor profile. It's, again, like wine. You have good years and you have bad years. So the products really depend on the season. Until next testing, we are going to switch to this one now. Tuscany is a magical place. The light, the land, the history. Actually walking down roads built by the Romans 1,000 years ago. Fonterutoli, located in the hills of Chianti in Tuscany, is a small village built around the estate of the Mazze family in the 14th century. Like most landowners in Chianti, grapes are their main crop, and wine is the main business. But olives and the great Tuscan olive oil that comes from them has become almost as important. Filippo Mazze oversees the wine and olive oil operations as well as his family's historic estate.
Ciao.
Hi, Eric.
Filippo.
Hi, Filippo. Nice to meet you.
Me too. So welcome here, Fonterutoli.
You have a gorgeous view.
There is Siena. You see the two towers, the
The
Torre
two
del
towers over
Mangia,
there? Yeah, that's Siena?
And the campanile of the Duomo, the Siena, the white one on the right.
I see it, yes.
This part of the garden was done by my grandmother at the end of 19th century. And this is a combination of lemon. There is plenty of rosmarino.
Yes.
That when is during the summertime is fantastic. And these are the olive trees. These are, as I told you, one of the best selection. We did not start to harvest. You see, they are going to change in color. This is change, and this is half and half.
This
some
one is
gray.
green.
Yeah, this is it. So I think here this is one of the highest part we have. I think here we will start on the second week of November.
In terms of flavor, what makes the oil to taste like pepper, like peppery oil, or fruity, or floral?
First of all, I think the soil and the climate is very important to have this character. More you are high
In altitude.
in altitude, I mean,
yes.
More you have oil that are very elegant and let's say with all these flavors that you can have inside. This is done by the difference of temperature between day and night. All the flavors are
benefiting from the
yeah.
difference of temperature between the morning and the night.
Exactly.
Yes.
So here the idea is to keep it
many
little,
plants,
little production,
high quality.
high quality. Yeah. Hopefully.
Oh, I'm sure.
So this is one of the wholesaler we have in the village. We use all the buildings. This is the little room where there was this strange.
Those are the jars where they were storing the
orci. And these are made by terracotta. We discontinued to use this also. They have, you see, they are beautiful for two reasons. First of all, because it's difficult to keep it clean. And one of the most important things of olive oil is to have cleanliness. Second point is the oxidation. You have to understand that at that time, the olive oil in bottle was not so common. The idea of olive oil is to arrive here and
to take it and bring it home
and use it. The major part of the oil was used in the first 2 months, so there was no big difference in terms of quality. It's very simple. You want to try?
Yes, I like to try. Okay. It's a lot of them. And it doesn't damage the trees, huh? The leaf stays on the tree.
It's very soft.
Yeah, I see. The leaves are staying here, it's fine.
So this is a moraiolo, one of the most important variety we have.
But they're very juicy.
Very juicy, yeah.
You can taste, you smell.
Yeah. That must be good for the skin. It's extremely bitter, huh? So here is the factory. It's where you press the olives and make the oil.
Exactly.
In this house.
Quite new. We started 2 years ago. And this is, you see, this is not a big machine. It's a little machine, but plenty of technology. You have the olives, yeah. The first thing we do is to wash. We put in a machine and to wash, to clean it perfectly.
So the leaves come here.
Yeah. The back inside.
And then the olives come here.
And here is inside here. There is a machine working there and some little knife that cuts.
Cutting the olive.
With this, normally this is the one of the most weak points that in working very, very fast, if you're in a commercial producer,
create heat.
it's warm. And then, so you lose part of the quality immediately here. With this system, you keep no more than 20, 25 degrees. You know, it's easy.
I love the smell.
You see downstairs, down there was already oil. This is the new arriving.
I see the oil in the bottom.
The juice arriving here.
The juice comes here.
Yeah, and there is a machine turning like this
inside.
because the olive oil is much less heavy and it separates the olive from the base.
I love the color, it's beautiful, huh? And the smell too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come facciamo? Like this.
Yes.
And you open.
Fantastic, the smell. It's like fresh olive oil.
Fresh.
I have never smelled fresh olive oil
It's
before.
completely different.
Did you drink?
Just you don't have the bitter taste, it's fresh. And
Not
you
at
have
all.
a kind of also a little sweetness. Huh?
That's fantastic. Really.
In half an hour it's done, an hour it's done. I mean,
It's
so
a bit
the process is
finished.
very quick. So now here we have all the tanks with the olive oil. And this is the way how we filter.
How important is the process of filtering? What happens if you don't filter? It's better to filter
It's better to filter immediately. Immediately because there is some part in suspension still.
Yes, so you want to remove
clean
them.
it. Here we have 4 different olive oil.
So that one has been filtered now.
This has been filtered right now.
Yes. And the color, again, is incredible.
The color is incredible. This is the same, exactly the same
It's a
olive
big
oil
difference.
from the same parcel.
Big difference.
Unfiltered and filtered.
Big difference in color.
Yeah. Yes. Like this.
Sorry. There's a difference in flavor too, a little bit.
Yes.
Because it's rested and it got filtered.
Here you have this some air inside that's the emulsion that in the palates you don't recognize very well. It's not clean enough.
But here it's like much softer already.
Yes, more elegant. The big work is blending. Can you take this? This is the second.
This one is very green too.
They are different.
Very different. This one is rounder, the smell. It's like more round. And that one is more powerful to me.
This is, it's very powerful. It's in a smell of, you know, pomodori secchi.
See, sun-dried tomatoes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Totally.
This is more soft.
Yes, it's a softer,
Yeah.
rounder.
But is rich and very, let's say, persistente. Persistent.
So people really think of blending when they think about blending, it's always about wine. But in olive oil, we are doing exactly the same. And they're blending different olive oils to make an olive oil that will have the profile that you desire.
When you arrive at the end of the process, we had 5 different olive oils.
Yes.
They are very different. You can have different flavors that, as we said, tomatoes or artichokes.
Or artichoke too, you can get that.
Actually, there's another one very typical. Or sometimes some pepperone.
Yes. Exactly like in wine.
Exactly like but at the end, you have a tasting. And you have
Yes.
to decide how is the best assemblage to do it, the best blend to do it.
So you will have some roundness with
Yes.
power and a bit of spice and a bit of
it's
herbal.
very subjective because it's only the human side.
Of course.
Analysis doesn't help you very much. Huh?
That's what makes it magical.
Yeah.
It's
a question of taste.
It's a question of taste, and it's a kind of an artistic way of creating a product.
Right.
Thank you very much for the lesson on how to make olive oil.
It's very fascinating.
Today we are going to make a chicken paella. So we have a beautiful breast of chicken, organic chicken, and you want to buy organic chicken because chicken doesn't have antibiotics, it's good food, and the price difference in between our organic chicken and a regular chicken is not really that much when you think about it. When you buy chicken breast, what you're looking for is to have this kind of shininess on the top. It shouldn't be too dark. It should be slightly translucid. You can see the fat is not very dark either, so that means the chicken is pretty fresh. It should look like it's juicy. Coming from the Mediterranean, in terms of influence, we have some raisins that I have boiled in white wine for a few minutes. We have some green olives, some pignoli, pine nuts, capers, fennel, tomatoes, garlic, and shallot. I'm going to start to peel the shallot. I'm using this bowl because it's so easy to throw the skin inside. Then you don't have to look everywhere for the mess on your cutting board. You have it in the bowl, goes straight in the garbage. One shallot is enough. Then 1 clove of garlic will be fine too. When you buy garlic, you always look for the garlic to be like very firm. You don't want your garlic to be soft. We're removing the skin. You see, when you peel it, it shouldn't be dark, it shouldn't be damaged, it should be ivory color. We are going to take a nice tomato, and I'm removing this part here. I don't need it. Then I'm going to split the tomato and remove the seeds, like that. You see, I'm pressing a little bit. We have some fresh fennel. I'm going to remove the outside leaves. We are going to slice very, very thinly the shallot and the garlic. My fingers are guiding the blade of the knife. Half of a shallot will be perfect. Garlic slice, again, super thin. I'm using this bowl. I'm going to put the shallot here in it, the garlic with it. I'm cutting the tomato, and we are going to cut it in small dices. Knives have to be very, very sharp, because if they're not sharp, again, can be dangerous. When they are sharp, in one cut, it's very precise. The knife doesn't slide. It won't hurt yourself. Again, it's very, very dangerous when your knives are dull. So we always sharp the knives. And actually, to sharp the knives, you use a steel, what we call a steel, and then you do this movement like that on one side and then the other side, gently. And the knife will be kept very sharp. And once a week, if you practice a lot, you can use a stone and sharp the knife more intensely with the stone. The fennel, again, we need to cut it very, very thinly. It's basically pepper thin. Here we have all our ingredients: the tomato, the fennel, the shallot, and the garlic. I'm going to split the chicken breast. So I'm putting the chicken breast flat on the cutting board, and I'm going to slice it in the middle, making sure I press well with my hand so it doesn't slide. And we basically butterfly the chicken breast. I'm giving a nice round shape, almost like a mini pizza. And I just have to season it. So I'm using some salt, some black pepper. Now we have some olive oil. And in this platter, I'm going to put the olive oil, a little bit in the bottom, so the chicken won't stick to it. And we're gonna arrange it like that. In the middle of my platter. I'm gonna season the vegetables with some salt and pepper too. I'm gonna mix them together like that. We're gonna add some of the capers. Some of the raisins now are fairly moist, and the white wine gave a little bit of acidity to the raisins, so they're not overly sweet. We are going to slice some green olives and add it to the mix. We are going to use a little bit of fresh thyme. I'm arranging all the vegetables on top of the chicken, making sure I cover all the flesh, because in fact the vegetables are going not only to protect the moisture of the chicken, but they are going also to release some juice, and that will give some nice flavor to the chicken, the pignoli. And now we are going to put a lot of olive oil. And we are going to cook the chicken in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes on bake 500 degrees. We are going to baste the chicken with some of the olive oil and juice that came out of the vegetables. So we're basting it like that. And also I'm going to check the doneness of the breast with a metal skewer that I'm inserting through the flesh, leave it for a few seconds, and then I'm going to check the temperature right here because it's very sensitive, and it should feel barely hot. Not too warm, because it means the chicken wouldn't be cooked, and if it's too hot, it really will be overcooked. The chicken is done. Take it out and let it rest a few seconds. And while the chicken is resting a little bit, I'm going to slice some fresh basil. So I'm rolling the leaves like that with a knife, slicing it very, very thinly. A bit of basil on top. We have some parsley, so I'm going to use a little bit of parsley too, adding some leaves on top. The chicken is ready to be plated, so we have a large plate. Chicken is going in the middle of the plate, like that. Now I'm using some of that olive oil that is mixed with the juice of the vegetables, and we are going to add it on top of the chicken. A little bit of lemon juice, and it's ready. The olive and raisins bring me back to Italy. It's very moist, very tender. Also the pine nuts that bring a certain texture to the dish. Very nice. Santé, cook from life.
To quit your job and live the life you've always dreamed of?
You're really living the dream, I would imagine, the expat dream.
I feel more free here than I do in the States.
This is it, man. Yeah. This is the life.
Join me, Savannah Jane Buffett, as I follow two buddies from college who quit their grueling office jobs and moved down to St. John to be bartenders in paradise. Now they're not just serving drinks, they've created the #1 microbrew in the Caribbean.
I looked out and there's about 30 cubicles. And at that moment, I said, I can't.
I knew I wanted to roll the dice and that I wanted to take a break from what I was doing. Nice place to live, don't you think?
Not bad.
It was a very surreal feeling because this is all new to me. This was going to be my new home. At that point, we knew we were all in.
They're the lucky guys, man. They make beer for a living on an island.
It's just two guys hanging out in the Caribbean and brewing some great beer and, living the dream, I guess.